Why won't you sign it?
Let me explain something to you about business, since, as usual, you're turning this into something about yourself. No contract means I have all the power. They want me, but they can't have me.
You're right.
Really is. I need to calm down. Who is he visiting? Is this Charles Whitmore?
Wake up, Charles.
Ooh. I'm about to give this man a knife. It's about to be a bloody birthday. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? It's a weird way to start a video, but let's address last week's episode. I made a couple of videos during the week to put out, and I said, you know what? Let me not bang the hornet's nest more than it's already banged already, because people just might not like my take on the entire thing. You know, I've been labeled with many names since I started this channel because of the things that I talk about just overall, right? The things that I stand for, my preferences, and other things as well, right? I've been called all the names in the book, all the buzzword terms, homophobic, transphobic, all of this other stuff. And I hate to have to address this before I watch this episode today. You know, very mixed feeling. There's a huge comment thread that is happening on my last video that I was taking in, and I was seeing the comments that were coming in like, oh, they didn't have to go this far. And what I would like to say to those people is, brother man, this is HBO. This is not cable TV. Okay, this is HBO that this show is on. You guys are lucky that they didn't go as far as to show you a full-on sex scene of these two doing the stuff, right? Having sex on screen. Y'all are lucky. And I've watched plenty of HBO shows in the past, back in the day, talking about, you know, coming up with Stars, Cinemax, and all of them. And trust me, that is mild compared to what they could have done. Okay? And you guys should know this. You guys should know this. So I don't think people should be complaining about, oh, they didn't need to be an implied BJ or HJ or whatever the situation is. Me personally, and my stance still stands the same way how I felt about the episode last week is the same way I stand. My stance still stands. I think it was a beautiful episode. I think it was a well done episode. Probably one of the best episodes, single episodes of TV that I've watched. Point blank. Right? Just being objective about it. It's not particularly something I want to see. You get what I'm saying? I'm a straight male. Right? It's not something I'm not attracted to it, but you just come to understand that it's a part of the world. I get it. And this is something from the game. Yes, they expounded a lot on it. They spent that entire episode talking about it. And I get it why some people are upset. Don't come into the show, and I said this from the first episode I reacted to, I do not want them to do beat for beat. Change some stuff, because some stuff is going to make sense more in the context of a TV series than in a game. You cannot expect them to go beat for beat in this game. The game is the game. It's playable. It's gameplay. Okay, somebody's controlling the characters. If they go through all of that stuff, we'll be here for 5 seasons and still doesn't get to the end of what happens at the end of the first game. Stop complaining. Please, guys, just enjoy the show for what it is. They're not going to stretch this out into another episode, so stop worrying about it. It's one episode. Let's move on. Okay, I said what I had to say. To The Last of Us, Season 1, Episode 4 is here today. And hopefully you guys are ready, because I know I am. A lot of people still complaining that Belle Ramsey's not a good Ellie. Jesus Christ, could you guys stop complaining about stuff, man? Like I swear to God, the gaming community is some of the most annoying people. I swear to you, bruh. A matter of fact, they're not even trying to reach just y'all. They're not trying to please just y'all. They're also trying to appeal to new viewers that have never played the game before. And as far as what I see, it's damn near universally accepted. It's just a very minority amount of people that really didn't like the episode, really. Woke, I'm just like, you know, I've seen woke stuff. Episode 3 was not it. Okay? That was not woke. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's just keep it a buck. But hey, I'm just telling you guys, particularly certain things happen. It happens. We're going to jump into this episode and let's continue with our lives. Shall we? All right. All right. I did ask you guys to give me feedback, and if you wanted to see the full episode of the show, if you wanted me to post the full episode of the show for you guys to just go watch the full episode, and apparently nobody wants to see it, so I guess you guys are fine with me just, you know, doing this, because I guess what happened in the episode was more important than me asking that question. Nobody really answered it. It's a bunch of comments. I think this is the most commented video on my channel right now. So anyways, let's jump into the episode, and I will see you guys right after for the review. Pew pew, huh?
We have to do this every hour?
Gas breaks down over time. This stuff's almost water.
Nice. How does that work?
It's a siphon. It's when liquid travels against gravity, pressure.
You don't know.
I know it works.
I was like, what is he saying right now?
It doesn't matter how much you push the envelope. It'll still be stationary. No pun intended. Volume 2 by Will Livingston. What did the mermaid wear to her math class? An algebra. Like algebra. I stayed up all night.
No.
And then it dawned on me.
Feel free to wait in the truck.
Okay, but just know, you can't escape Will Livingston.
That was an hilarious joke. I'm not even gonna lie. That one got me. An algebra. Bruh.
Must have been some truck.
Yeah, they used to stick big-ass plows on them and clear the roads for their tanks and such.
It's light on the reading, but it has some interesting pictures.
Oh, no. Put that back. That's not for kids.
I don't even walk around with that thing.
Please get.
I want to see what all the fuss is about. Why are all these pages stuck together? I'm just fucking with you.
Imagine that all these new experiences. That was really funny. Ravioli? Jesus, slow down.
What am I even eating?
That is 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
That guy was good.
I actually agree.
How long are we staying out here?
Keep it a
Gotta
buzz.
sleep tonight. Get us to Wyoming by next morning.
So can we start a fire? I'm freezing.
Now, why am I gonna tell you no?
Because infected will see the smoke.
No, fungus isn't that smart.
People? So what are they gonna do, rob us?
Well, they'll have way more in mind than that.
Joe. Joe! Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
This girl is...
Because he was outstanding in his field.
You dick! Did you read this?
No. You go to sleep.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, how could you not like the interaction here? It's just like, oh, Ellie's an asshole. She made Ellie ass. I'm just like, bruh, I like the dynamic that they
Nobody
have.
knows we're here, right?
No one's gonna find us.
I like the fact that they're developing their relationship. You can see that Joel is starting to care about her little by little.
Is that seriously what those Starbucks in the QZ used to sell?
Well, theirs was a lot fresher than what Bill saved up, but yeah, this is what they sold.
Smells like burnt shit.
Yeah.
It was on the map.
What's his name?
Whose name?
Your brother.
Tommy.
Why isn't he with you?
Long story.
Is it longer than 25 hours? Because I think that's what we got.
Tommy's what we used to call a joiner. Dreams of becoming a hero. So he enlists in the army right out of high school. A few months later, they ship him off to Desert Storm. Point is, being in the army didn't make him feel much like a hero. Outbreak happens, he convinces me to join a group making their way up to Boston, which I did. Mostly to keep an eye on him, keep him alive. Well, for what it was, it worked. And then Tommy meets Marlene. She talks me to joining the Fireflies. Pipe dream, yeah, Fireflies, all of them. Delusional. Of course, last I heard, he quit the Fireflies, too. Now I gotta go get him.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on? I mean, you gotta try, right?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family. That's about it.
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo. But I made a promise to Tess, and she was like family. Stay put.
Their room on the other side? Damn, it's freaking semi in the way, bro.
We can jog right around this tunnel. Take the next ramp. And we're back on the road minute tops.
I mean, I think we're heading north.
It's gotta
Oh
be
damn,
right.
they burning bodies out here?
Stop!
Hey! Please help!
Put your seatbelt on.
Are we gonna help him?
No.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Oh,
You're
crap.
not hurt, nothing.
I don't think so.
That's off, fast!
You make it through this. We promise.
When I say go, you crawl to that wall, and you squeeze through, and you don't come out until I say, okay? You stay down, you stay low, you stay quiet. Okay. Go!
Boom. One down. Two down.
Are you fucking dead? You fucking killed yourself, motherfucker.
She's thinking about if she should use the gun or the knife. She don't want Joel to find out she has a gun. She comes out with the gun.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. We're not fighting anymore. I'm gonna go home. I'll tell everyone you're good. I don't know what to do.
Damn,
My
she
mom is
shot
in
it
Florida. If you can get me to her.
I think Joel's
We
gonna
can train
finish
with you
him
guys.
off.
We can be friends. I didn't know. Wait.
Yo, Joel.
You can have it. It's a good knife.
Thanks. Well, you got to go, buddy.
Behind the wall.
No, I'm sorry, please. We could just talk. Wait! You don't have to. I'm sorry. No, we can just talk. Mom!
She's crying.
Ellie, I gotta get in there. I can't fit through.
There's some stuff against the door.
Can you move it?
I'm okay. I'm good. What now?
You go up.
To get a better look?
Hopefully we spot a clear route out.
That was so real, bro. I'm here like watching this shit like, yeah, I feel sorry for this dude, but
I told you, I was alone. I haven't seen any of those people since that night. Kathleen.
The Bergquists. No. Medical attention. Family visit. I wonder if this is the cell where my brother was beaten to death.
Oh, you were wronged.
It has to stop now, you mean? Now that you're in the cell. But before, people dying was okay.
They put a gun to my head.
There. Have I satisfied the necessary conditions for you to talk?
Kathleen, for God's sake. I delivered you.
damn. The
Never
world
told
has
them anything about
changed.
your brother.
But Henry did. And we know that he's still in the city. Where is he? You think I won't do it?
Saved by the horn.
Who did this?
We think it was outsiders. We found a truck loaded. It's not a Fedra vehicle, but they were heavily supplied.
Maybe he called these guys in. Will he live? What if I had a doctor?
There's no chance. I'm sorry.
This is Henry's work. Understand? And he won't stop until we stop him. Find every collaborator and kill them all.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have had to, you know,
Well, you're glad I did, right?
you're just a kid. You shouldn't know what it means to. It's not like you killed him. I know what it's like. First time that you hurt someone like that. I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
I mean, it was my fault. You shouldn't have had to.
It wasn't my first time.
Show me your grip. Finger off the trigger. Your thumb. Over your thumb. Left hand. Squeezes down on the right. Got it? You put it in your pack. You shoot your damn ass off.
They're out of food. Henry won't let Sam starve. Double the guards around our provisions. He's fucking close. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The heck was that?
Fuck!
When do we tell the others?
Not yet. Let's just handle what we have to handle. Seal off the building for now. Okay?
Yeah.
Holy shit. yours. That's good. Come on.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, you lazy ass.
Lazy ass. 56 years old, you little shit.
Joe,
What?
what are you doing?
I don't want someone sneaking up on us while we're sleeping.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Jeez.
You sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Okay.
When we were talking about hurting people, what did you mean it wasn't your first time?
I don't want to talk about it.
She doesn't want to talk about something for the first time.
It isn't fair. Your age. Having to deal with all of this.
So it gets easier when you get older?
Not quite.
No, not really.
The reason I asked whether you'd hear the glass or not is because I've noticed you don't hear too well from your right side.
Probably more from shooting. So if you want to keep your hearing, you stick to that knife.
Joel,
Hmm.
did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
What?
What?
Yeah.
No, it's
It runs
not.
in your genes.
It runs in your jeans. Come on, those dad jokes are cool.
You're so goddamn stupid.
That
I
motherfucker.
didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
Jesus, I'm losing it.
That
You're losing it
is
big time.
funny. Come on. That joke, that is hilarious. Come on, man. That's a funny dad joke right there. He runs in your jeans. Oh my god. Little bit of joy poking through in this freaking world you're living in right now. It's always good.
Joel,
Oh shit. Who is this kid? Kids! Bruh, they gonna end the episode like that? Alright. So let me ask you this. Are you guys happy that you get Are you guys happy or sad? Another deviation. They didn't go to the Pittsburgh. They went to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? I want them to do whatever they see fit. And then I will be the judge of that. Right? That's what I want them to do with this series, the TV series. I don't want a beat by beat video game recapture, retelling in the TV series. There's something I know they're going to keep. There's some things that they're not going to keep. This is the best game adaptation, bar none, that we probably will ever get. And instead of enjoying it, people are bashing it for one single episode. They're not changing the overall narrative of the game. And that's what you guys are probably not realizing, that the overall narrative of the game is not changed. There are these elements that, in my opinion, that was in the game that was unnecessary, and they can be changed. If they want to make certain characters, as I'm watching the inside the episode that they show after the episode, and Neil is saying that they wanted to give a face to this group instead of just an obstacle, right? It makes a lot of sense because Kathleen is not a character in the game. You get what I'm saying? But to give this group a face that took over, essentially eliminating the quarantine zone, right? And they took over it in this town, and they felt like they needed to humanize these people a lot more instead of just an obstacle. You don't know none of these people are just attacking you. Make it a lot more personal. Get the feels in there. Knead it in. You know what I'm saying? I like that because it creates a lot more context for the narrative as well. You get what I'm saying? The overall narrative of the game is not being changed. So in terms of these additions, in my opinion, they are welcome. So in this episode, we have Joel, Ellie, of course, trying to make their way from Bill. They're trying to get to Wyoming, and of course, the banter. I can't get over the banter because I love the banter between the two of them. And instead of them just being traveling together and stuff like that, and it's all silent, I'm glad that they're putting in dialogue. Like Ellie is trying to find out more about Joel not necessarily finding much about Ellie other than the fact that she's naturally a troublemaker because she's a child, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people make it seem like a lot of people saying that Ellie, she's unbearable, she's this and that. I guess you could probably make the argument out that she cusses too much, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? This is a HBO show, and you know what I mean, it's maybe she cusses a lot more in the show than she does in the game, but she does cuss, so maybe they decided to crank that up a little bit for whatever reason. It doesn't bother me. I love the little jokes that she tells. I love that she's trying to find out more about the world, stuff that we never really explored in the game about her character, and discovering new things, knowing that she was born during this pandemic. And they're exploring that beautifully in my eyes. So that was cool to see. In this episode, of course, they come upon this group. They had, you know what I'm saying, one of the parts that I wanted to talk about there was when Ellie had to come out and save Joel, right? That was a great scene. That was a great scene because now, a lot of people who has been saying, oh, she's just so obnoxious and she's this and that. This goes to show you that these people know what they're doing, because as you can see, Ellie is not as tough as she put on. And I kind of realized that that's what they were going for, that she's just this type of person where she puts on this persona because she wants to, she has this tough persona. She puts up a front, but she's really just a vulnerable little girl. It's a front that she puts up to not let people feel sorry for her. She don't want to be pitied. So she puts up this front. You get what I'm saying? And Joel is now going to recognize the type of person that she is, and he's really going to teach her how to be tough, because she has very similar qualities like Joel. Joel is the type of person like this, right? It's not that he's not a softie. It's not that he doesn't want to laugh. It's kind of like with just men in general, right? We are the type of people that's just we're tough, right? We don't like to show our emotions that much, right? Even though nowadays they try to make it seem like we should be crying all the damn time. I don't know where they get this notion from, but other than that, the way how things progress with us in general, right, is that we try to help, protect. We have to do all of these things. So in terms of those stuff, the manly frame has to remain there. You get what I'm saying? It's not that we can't be vulnerable with somebody. It's not that we can't do these things. It's just that we choose to do certain things, right? We choose to not show emotions here and show it here. You get what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for everything. Women's emotion can be all over the place. Cool. That's how they operate. That's how they are. Cool. But for us as men, and as you can see with Joel as well, the way how he does things is that, listen, the world is not what it used to be, right? I have to be vigilant. I gotta be on my P's and Q's at all times. I gotta be aware of my environment. There's certain things that you have to be, the mindset that you gotta be in a place like that. It's kind of like when, you know what I'm saying, not belittling this because we not gonna probably never will we probably never experience something like this in our entire life, right? But it reminds me of when I went camping when I was in military school, and you were just like training your mind to be aware of your environment, right? You got to be careful because there was this game that we were playing. There were different camps and stuff like that. I remember one specific night, there was a specific game that we were playing. Essentially, we had to sneak into another's camp. All of us had this assignment, all the different camps, right? We had to sneak into the different camp and rescue somebody that was taken from our camp. And we can't allow any more people to get taken from your camp. Now, that is teaching you how to protect and also how to attack, right? How to attack. Are you going to use deception? Are you going to gung-ho it? You know what I'm saying? It's just different ways and tactics, and it trains your mind how to think in these situations, right? But the way how Joel is, and he's going to have to teach Ellie how to actually be the way how he wants her to be, because she's going to have to learn to protect herself, right? Because for all we know, something could happen to Joel, and he knows this. There's a huge possibility that we might not get out of this, and you're gonna have to do this on your own. That is a possibility. So, as I've said in previous episodes, eventually you're gonna have to teach her how to use a gun, and that we got that in this episode, right? You're gonna have to teach her, how to do it properly. It's kind of sad that the situation is what kind of brought it out, but it was necessary and it was well done. And I like the fact that the way how he handled it, seeing that she's just this vulnerable little girl living in a world that she shouldn't have to be dealing with this stuff. You get what I'm saying? And she even asked the question as in, does it get any easier with it as you grow up? Actually, it doesn't, but adults are more equipped to deal with trauma better than how children are able to deal with drama. It's just how it is, because you have a more mature brain, mature whatever. You're just more mature, right? So don't get me wrong. There are adults out here that still handle stuff like children. It happens. You get what I'm saying? So it just, the way how they're doing this, I'm 100% on board. I loved this episode as well. This was more of a slower episode. Then it took us a while. It took about 20 to 30 minutes in for us to really get to the juicy parts. But still, I enjoy the banter. I enjoy them, trying to flesh out and build a relationship between Joel and Ellie. So when push comes to shove, what we expect at the end of the season, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spoil it because I know people might be watching us. What we expect to happen at the season, or what happens at the end of the first game, right? It's gonna make a lot more sense, and it's gonna cause discussion until season 2 comes out, because people who haven't played a game and doesn't know what happened, right? You're gonna understand why those things happen a little bit better when it comes on to Joel and Ellie, because they're taking their time to build this relationship between the two of them. And man, that joke got me. Both of the jokes, it was those two dad jokes, that was really, really funny. The one about the it runs in your genes, that is an hilarious dad joke, bro. I don't care what nobody says. If you didn't laugh at that, I don't know what to tell you, but that was funny. So we're gonna I'm guessing that we're gonna learn more about these people, because now we'll put a face to them. I didn't even know that the guy that actually is going to play Jerry, the guy that's with old girl there, Kathleen, I think it's Kathleen, right? I didn't know that he played Tommy. Like, his voice doesn't even sound like him. That's me. Maybe he does. That's neither here nor there. But when he was like, kind because he was, I think he said he played, I don't remember exactly. I think he did say that he played Tommy in the after thing, the inside the episode part of the thing there. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know the people that plays the characters. I know it's Troy Baker and what's her name? Is it Sarah Johnson? I think it's Sarah Johnson that plays Ellie in the game. I know the actor that plays Marlene. I think that's about it. I don't know who plays Bill in the game. I don't know who voice act for these people and do the motion capture. I have no idea. You get what I'm saying? It's because I never really researched it that deep into it. It's just because Troy Baker is like all over. He's like one of the most famous voice actors out there. You get what I'm saying? I know Sarah Johnson because I've watched Blind Spot, and she was a huge like main character in Blind Spot. It's a really good show. You guys could go check it out as well. I never knew her from anything. I didn't know she played Ellie until like when she walked out on the freaking at the Game Awards. I was like, she plays Ellie? What the heck? I did not know that. So I don't really research voice actors and stuff like that. Like I know Christopher Judge plays Kratos in God of War. I know that I don't even remember who plays Atreus. Like I don't remember his name. Sonny Soljic or something like that is his name. So I don't really go into, like, if you're not a famous voice actor, like really, really famous, I'm not going to know who you are. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting though. It's a very good episode. You guys can let me know what you think of this episode. I thought it was a good episode. It was a good enough episode to further the story, right? And then those two kids that show up at the end there with them being in bed, I didn't expect the episode to end there because you know what I'm saying? You lose track of time. Like for some reason, this show is, the episodes are like 50 minutes long. I think last week's was a little bit longer. But this episode was like 50 minutes long and I didn't feel it at all. So this was, in my opinion, that's good. When a TV show can suck you in and be so immersive that you kind of forget about time, that's always good. So yeah, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, let me know what you would rate this episode. I'm gonna rate this episode, I'm gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10. I think they could have done more. I think there was stuff that probably they could have taken out, but I'm enjoying the journey though. I'm enjoying the journey that they're taking me on. So I'm not gonna take too much points off of it. I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comment section, okay? Let me know what you thought of this episode. I know I was making fun of y'all in the beginning, in the intro. You know, people getting mad about this thing, and it is what it is, man. Let's just move on. I get it. You know, some people want it to be beat for beat with the game, and I don't believe it should be. So I'm happy. So I'm sorry if you guys are not happy out there that they're not doing it beat for beat. They made another deviation in this episode as well, but I don't think it's anything to spoil your milk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's just enjoy it for what it is, because as long as they're not changing the narrative of the game, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not changing the narrative of the game, I'm good. Make deviations, you know, flesh out more characters, do what you need to do to grab the audience, because we need people to come in and enjoy this stuff just like how we've been enjoying this stuff, and realizing that game has been creating these great narratives over the years, and, you know, grasping our attention as gamers. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait for the God of War TV series. Hopefully they don't botch that. I hope that Sony understands by the success of The Last of Us that they understand that they need to remain authentic to the source material as much as possible and give us something raw as The Last of Us. And I think they can do it. It's just going to take a lot more budget, because you're going to need a lot more special effects to do the God of War TV series. So hopefully they do that. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Yeah.